yourself. You're going to give us your name, your pronouns, and just tell us a little bit about your occupation, what your day-to-day life is at work, and we'll just start there.
Okay, so I'm Andrea Real. I use she, her pronouns, and on the Best Buy Social Impact team, I lead our Innovation and Impact group. So we do program design for all of our philanthropic programs. We measure the impact of the investments that we make in community partnerships. We do all the fundraising, so this event my team works on, and it's, I think, the best job at Best Buy.
Okay, why do you think that? What makes you say that?
We're like right in between the place where our community partnerships come to life and interact with the company. So we're sort of like the meat between the sandwich of those two pieces.
Yes.
Which means that we get to spend a lot of time like talking to community partners about what do they need, how can we help, what can we do, and then we get to go back to the company and say, okay, here's what people need. How are we going to figure out how to support that? And it's just like a really fun space to be in.
Why is that important to you, the community outreach and that connection?
I think, like, for me, truly in America today, power centers are corporations, right? Like, that is where power is centralized within the entire economy. And making sure that our community partners are represented in that environment means that we're part of the conduit of giving power to those community partners that need not just cash donations, but they need support. They know what they need to solve problems in their communities or to support young people or whatever that looks like. And so we get to kind of be that middle piece of making sure that that's happening.
Okay.
So being the charity classic is approaching very soon, what is the significance of the gala and why is it important to you?
Yeah, I mean, the gala, in the time that I've been with Best Buy, has evolved in like incredible ways. And to me, the like significance of it goes back to a little bit what I was saying before. Like, we've got teams that are performing, like Techify. We've got teams who are presenting their work to all of the Fortune 500 companies that will be in the room. Say, here's what I'm doing. Here are the things that I am like accomplishing. So to me, the gala is really about bringing that together and showing people not just what is the sort of incredible impact of the work that they're doing, but like bringing it to life in real life with actual human beings who are there to present it.
And also, being that you work in the tech community, how big do you think diversity is? How important do you think that is?
I mean, personally, I think it's everything, right? Like, if you are, so my team does program design for philanthropic programs, which is similar to designing products or equipment. Like, the way that people do that is usually using what's called the human-centered design framework. And if you are only designing for one type of person, then you're missing a huge opportunity, one, in terms of like what market can you have, but you're also missing perspectives, lived experiences, different types of applications of different things that you're doing. So to me, that is really like beyond the like all of the reasons you should do that as just like a person. You're missing like a huge business opportunity if you're not doing that well.
Okay, I like that. I like that response. I agree with that, especially in a more corporate setting and a community involved setting. I think that's a good response. I couldn't think of the word. So tell us a little bit more about kind of your process. What is your involvement with teenagers and with that kind of level of outreach? If you have any advice for them for being in a corporate world, things like that.
Yeah, it's a great question. So this summer on my team, we have 2 Teen Tech Center members who are interns. And the thing that I've enjoyed the most about working with them is a sort of advice I would give to other teams who are interested is they have really just jumped in with 2 groups. They're like, we're here, we're gonna take up space, we're gonna share our thoughts, we're gonna be productive members of the team. They're not afraid to kind of do that. I feel like when I was a teenager, I would not have done that, and I find it just incredibly impressive and exciting. And I think it's super welcome for a lot of people in the corporate world who are looking, if you've got an opportunity, just go all the way to it. Just don't sort of hold yourself back or put yourself in a limiting space. Be as big and free as you feel like you can, and I think you'll find a lot of benefits to that.
I agree with that. I like that. I like that chain of advice. Do you want to ask one more question?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
When you were a child, what did you want to be?
That's a great question. I wanted to be a doctor. I have an aunt who I'm named after who is a doctor, and she was
All of
great.
them are doctors. This is you.
Yes.
Every single person who's been up here has wanted to be a doctor.
I took, in my very first semester of college, I took like a chemistry class and realized I was not going to get an A, and that was going to be
Relatable.
a little bit limiting in terms of med school options. So like literally my first semester at college, started to think, what else might I want to do? So it was a pretty quick pivot once I got there, but I'm glad with where I've ended up.
Thank you for your insightful answers and for chatting with us. Is there anything else that you want to say? Any other advice for teenagers? Any closing remarks before we close up this interview?
No, just thank you so much for being here. This was super fun, and I'm so glad you guys are here.
Cool. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you around.
Thank you.